Hello guys, welcome back to Archive Ryzen. In this video, I'm gonna talk about KATYA KLEIN skill, weapon, and logistic review. So KATYA KLEIN is a 5-star Frost Elemental damage dealer, where she is very unique operative that able to switch between single or multi-target DPS. Yeah, for this one, I hope you can watch carefully because the developer already cooked KATYA KLEIN very well that she can become a very game changer among all of the existing operative. KATYA KLEIN is also a very skill-dependent operative and have a very high agility that her agility can even surpass Marianne Swift because first, she is the first operative that have an unique dodge animation even in her normal state. KATYA KLEIN dodge animation is the same as Yao Winter Solstice in her ultimate state. The way she can glitch to another position very fast, so using her to dodge enemy projectile can be more easier and also make us more faster to change our character position. And the way she have a very fast standard skill cooldown can also boost her agility in this case. I will explain later about the correlation between her standard skill and her agility. And also, she is quite suitable for mobile phone players. This one I will also explain later. When she uses her standard skill, she will dash to any direction based on the movement direction you wanted. So you can use her standard skill to dash to a certain direction you wanted, just like Marianne Swift's standard skill. Either you want to reposition your character or want to dodge the enemy attack. But after she uses her standard skill, she will root down to that position, so she will become a static object that very vulnerable to enemy attack. When she is on her standard skill state, her fire rate will increase significantly, she will get increased interruption resistance, and also reduce the damage taken. So you don't need to worry about she will die real quick because she will become an easy target for the enemy when she on her standard skill state. On her standard skill state, she no longer regain any skill energy, but instead she will consume skill energy each shot. But don't worry, because she only consumes a very small portion of standard skill energy each shot. And the downside about her standard skill state is her final damage will decrease, her damage against destructible object will decrease, and also her ultimate energy gain each shot will decrease. But comparing her standard skill against other character standard skill, when other character standard skill hit enemy, they won't gain any ultimate energy at all. While KATYA KLEIN standard skill can still gain a small amount of ultimate energy that less than her normal shot. So at least she can still gain ultimate energy in this state. And because her fire rate is increased significantly, this might be able to compensate the decreasing of final damage and ultimate energy. Because even with the low damage, her fire rate is very fast. So she might be able to deal more DPS in her standard skill state than her normal shot DPS. And the great part about her standard skill is that her standard skill have a really fast skill cooldown. That her standard skill only have 0.5 second skill cooldown. So that means you can always reuse her standard skill after dodging. That's why I say that she is a very agile operative, because you can do this combination when fighting enemy. So basically, you can reposition your character very fast. So you don't really need to concern about the way her standard skill will root down on the position and can become easy target for the enemy, because you can always reposition her standard skill anywhere. And you can always use the double dodge action to conserve your character stamina. And also the last one is the very unique one. Her standard skill fire type are based on the crossbow mod. I will explain this one while explaining her signature weapon. So, KATYA KLEIN's signature weapon is Crossbow Neptune Nova, where this crossbow is an entirely new type of weapon in this game, so it can't be used on any other operative. So Neptune Nova is a Frost Elemental damage weapon that have an unlimited ammo capacity. So this unlimited ammo capacity is the opposite of weapon that only have single ammo capacity. That means the weapon shooting speed are entirely based on the weapon fire rate. So it's not affected by the weapon reload speed at all, because the weapon didn't need to reload. While for the weapon fire rate, it can switch between two modes. The first one is normal mode that can fire 150 bolts per minute, and the second one is special mode that can fire 85 bolts per minute. I don't really know about the overall differentiation between them, but I have a speculation after carefully observing certain footage that the normal mode is only fire a single shot, while the special mode can fire 5 bolts in a fan shape. Because from this footage, you can see that the arrows that come up from the weapons to the enemy only have one line. That means you only fire a single shot to the enemy. And if in normal shot getting boosted by the standard skill state, her crossbow will become a machine gun. While for the special mode, we can already see that mod on the Ballad of Chaos promotional videos, where she can keep firing 5 bolts at once in a fan shape. That's why I say that she can switch between a single target DPS or a multi-target DPS. But the downside using crossbow weapon is that crossbow weapon can't dealing crit damage, so either you shooting at the enemy weak spot or non-weak spot, the hit still can't deal crit damage. That's why I say that she is quite suitable for a mobile pawn players, because you don't need to aim properly to the enemy weak spot, as long as your shot hit, it hit. And also because of this, I have a feeling that our upcoming new boss Anjal didn't have a weakness spot, or the weak spot might be very hard to reach. While for the weapon skill, the first skill is the weapon can increase frost elemental damage, while for the second skill, it needs your character to stay still. That means it works perfectly with her standard skill. When she is not moving, she can restore skill energy every time her shot hit a target. Each shot can only restore once, which means on her special mode, even you shot 5 bolts at once and all of the 5 bolts hit the enemy, you can only restore skill energy one time. And also, she can gain 1 stack of Galaxy Wind every second. That can stack up to a certain stack, and if you dodge, she can also gain 1 stack of Galaxy Wind. This Galaxy Wind effect can increase her attack damage, and if you move, this Galaxy stack will reduce every certain time. So if you want to reposition your character, it is more recommended to dodge instead of running. So this Neptune Nova second skill works very well with her standard skill, because when using her standard skill, you cannot move, and also, in her standard skill state, you can't regain your skill energy. That's why I have a feeling that she will become a signature weapon dependent operative. Next one is her support skill. Her support skill is very simple. When she using her support skill, she will jump out and unleash a powerful shot toward enemy in front that will explode upon contact and deal AoE frost damage, while also apply a freezing effect to every enemy within the AoE. And after she unleashed the powerful shot, she will getting pushed back by the recoil, just like Marian Swift support skill. So you can use her support skill as a crowd control skill. When she uses her ultimate skill, she will shoot an arrow to the sky that will land on a target and create an AoE zone. And after that, the AoE zone will keep follow the target and deal frost elemental damage over time to every enemy within AoE until the skill duration ends. So this skill is like quite a support skill, but this one is not healing. Instead of, this one will keep hurting every enemy in the AoE. Next one is her Devo skill. Each shot has a certain chance to deal additional frost elemental damage based on certain percent of her attack, and the damage multiplier will increase for every 100 element index. So her Devo skill are very useful because her fire rate are very fast during her standard skill. So this additional frost damage can be triggered a lot of time. And the next one is her logistic skill, Eli Squad. 2-piece set can increase her attack, while for the 3-piece set effect require the user to never dealing crit damage. In 3-piece set effect, when shot doesn't deal crit damage, it will obtain wind crit effect that can stack up to a certain stack. This wind crit effect can increase frost elemental damage based on the effect stack, and if your hit landing a crit damage, it can remove 1 stack of the effect. So it is more recommended to never land a crit damage if you use this logistic squad. And the last one is the effect duration will reverse when you dodging. So beside her weapon, this logistic squad also require you to dodge instead of running, because while running, you can't shooting at the enemy to stack up this effect, and also the effect duration will end if you didn't shoot at the enemy. So it is highly recommended to dodge instead of running when you using KATYA KLEIN. After all of that, what do you think about KATYA KLEIN? Should you pull for her? I don't think that is a question anymore, because we all know what is the answer is. So I'm gonna ask you the second question. You're gonna buy her skin, right? Because there is 2 main reasons to buy her skin. First, because you are down bad for her. And the second, back to the reason 1. For me, I will definitely buy her skin, even though I never buy any operative skin because I'm broke, but for this one it's an exception. because in her skin, she looks really graceful and elegant. That's all pulling for her when her banner come out. And for reminders, some of the information in these videos are based on my speculation after observing a certain footage. Then it might have a chance to miss, so please refer to the in-game actual footage later. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching, see you next time, cheers!